Welcome to day 5 of 12 days of Pat McGrath Labs Mothership 5. We have Bronze Seduction. Later in 2018, when Bronze Seduction dropped, it was probably one of the most highly anticipated, highly bought, purchased palettes that Pat McGrath Labs has ever released. This thing flew off the shelves, real shelves and virtual ones, because of what's inside. Not only did we get 3 mattes, but we had 3 mattes that were not the usual extreme black, but we have instead extreme aubergine, and we had the 2 warmer browns, because before we had ultimate taupe and the darker shade and subliminal. Then we had depth and deep shade, dark, deep shade, sublime and subversive. Decadence was all metallics, and now we had 3 different mattes that were departure from the first trio, but we still have our 4 treasures. And this one right here, VR Fire Opal, has to be one of the highest acclaimed VR shades out of the entire Mothership portfolio. You can see the shine, the reflectivity, the duochrome effect. Astral Luna Gold, oh my gosh. Again, with that beautiful flip sparkle effect, just dazzling. And Rose Gold 005, this triple number shade definitely still remains one of the smoothest formulas in the triple number category. It wasn't as flaky as Bronze 005 in Sublime, and still not as flaky as others have been. But that rose gold, I mean, look at it, it's insane. And of course, Blitz Flame. Blitz Flame, that smooth, fiery red. Stop it right now. Then you had what I consider the dud shades, Bronze Blaze and Guilty Pleasure. But at this point, we have the Intensifies. It wasn't available then. But if the Intensifies wand was out then, it would have helped shades like Guilty Pleasure and Bronze Blaze adhere to the lid better. But Guilty Pleasure is quite lovely. It's this soft taupe with pretty nice sparkle, but you see that smoky bronze taupe in the background. And Bronze Blaze is a little chunky. All right, it's a little chunky, but I figured out a way to work with this texture. We'll definitely get into it when in the demo. And of course, the 2 matte browns, the first one being Entrapment and the second one being Disobedient. But man, do these pack a punch. They pack a punch. Even Entrapment, you gotta be careful with. This palette definitely is on many people's top 3, definitely top 5. Me personally, although I acknowledge the dazzle, just the majesty, I guess I should reserve that word for decadence. The wonder that is Bronze Seduction is not a palette that I would reach for often. I wouldn't even reach for this as often as Subversive, as color heavy and electric neon as that palette is. Bronze Seduction is so holiday for me. It's special occasion. It's a little more niche. Despite the favorites, I get it. I have to be in a certain headspace to use Bronze Seduction. It's not something that I would grab for like an everyday thing, you know what I'm saying? But we're gonna get into it, and as I have been doing with all our tutorials, building the face from scratch, I had already applied my Prada Augmented Skin Cream for prep, and now going into my cocktail of Prada Reveal and Givenchy. Don't you worry, all shade names will be down below. Mix that up, start slapping it on, and I chose the mixture again like I had chose for Decadence, because Bronze Seduction, sure, you can argue warm, but there's some cool moments in there as well. So that's why I thought, you know, the both golden and neutral would work well. Let me redo the brows quickly. I had explained on day 4 that I finished my Make Cosmetics brow pencil and have to get another one. But I don't know, every time I try another brow pencil, I'm like, oh, I love this one. Currently applying with the Benefit Goof Proof brow pencil in 3.5, which was my favorite for years, and for good reason. Good brow product, you know, I can't deny that. Now for bronzer, I probably would actually, I think a fitting choice would be VBB's matte bronzing brick in 04. I have 03, which I think would be great for day 6, but 04 has a little bit of red in here, which I think a nice backdrop on the cheeks for Bronze Seduction, right? Because of the red, not only in Blitz Flame, but also in Disobedient. Okay, here under the bangs. But what shall we use for blush? This is interesting because I think I could probably get away with like an all bronze look on the cheeks. You know what? I think I'm gonna go in with Glossier's Plush Blush in Storm. I know this is quite the bold choice here, and commit to like a reddish type of cheek moment from the bronzer and the blush. Highlighter, let me see here. Going in with the VBB stick because the Plush Blush from Glossier is on the soft matte side. So I thought maybe using a cream highlighter for the drier backdrop would be more helpful. But I think the more gold leaning highlighter, look at that sparkle, from Givenchy will be a fitting choice for the cheekbones. Spank time. Ooh, that's a lot of powder. Whoops. I might have picked up too much. Too much spank. Gonna lightly, oh my, the Givenchy can be intense. I should have tapped off before I went in on, good Lord. We got a buff and it'll be fine. There we go. We're fixing it. It's fixed. Okay, just so I can navigate as I have been for the last few days, you got the Skin Show Divine Glow in Bronze Seduction. This can be your designated lid shade for simpler looks, and you could follow up with Disobedient or Extreme Aubergine along the lash line. It could also be your designated inner corner highlight, but I think for this we could get away with Rose Gold 005, VR Fire Opal, or even Astral Luna Gold for inner corner highlight accent. And you can use Entrapment for a transition, but depending on where you are in the skin tone shade spectrum, that's a heavy duty shade. It packs a lot of punch, and I would recommend that if you wanted to start off with that shade as your lay down crease one, to use a fluffy larger brush and tap off the excess and lightly build up the color. So I am purposefully tapping on the pan and on my hand so I can have a little bit more control over the haze effect. And you can see on someone like with my skin tone, it's a beautiful warm caramel brown that you can just wear just like this actually, and then follow up with Skin Show Divine Glow on the lid and be done. I also want to take some on the lower lash line, but definitely will use a much smaller brush and create that haze effect. So when I mean tap, I'm doing this before going in each time, because that's going to give me better control over the intensity of the shade. The highlighter is crazy. Oh my goodness, that's better. You know, play around, my God. All right, now for the second eye, I think I want to actually start off the look with Guilty. I forgot to put on primer. It's fine. Actually, with Astral Luna Gold, it's a bit on the flaky side, but you don't need much. And I'm just pressing that all over the lid, over Entrapment, and you see how you have that yellow, like warm yellow gold twinkle. I also have a little bit of fallout. This one is a little chunkier than VR Fire Opal, for sure. Skin Show Divine Glow on the inner corner. Tappity tap tap. And I could go in with the rose gold shade on the inner corner. Not the inner corner, sorry, the inner arc. If I wanted something else to reside there, if you will. Or I can go in with VR Fire Opal and just tap on top of Astral Luna Gold, bring it up higher. Then they're both so sparkly that even though they have different flip colors, it goes well. My inner arc is just shiny now. You know what I mean? But we gotta flick off. I got Astral Luna Gold all over the face. So to avoid that, I would apply the shadow first and then foundation after. Extreme Aubergine as our kind of winged. I'm using quite a large brush, so this is not as precise of a wing as the name implies, but I do want something smokier along the lash line that doesn't look super precise, right? That's more blown out and that lifts up onto the outer V, but it doesn't look super sharp, if that makes any sense. So I'm taking advantage of this barrel shape and the pointed tip. The pointed tip is going to help place the color close to the lash line, and the barrel shape is going to deposit a little more shadow so I can create a heartier smoke effect. You see what I mean? Yes, that's what I wanted. Thank you so much. And using a smaller brush to place color on the outer edge of my lower lash line and just refining the application here on my top lash line. And lower inner corner, I could go in with the red. I know that's a interesting place, you know. I don't want to look like I have disease eyes, but I like red under the eyes. I could get away with it, so that's why I'm placing it there. It's a nice way to introduce this color without it taking over the entire look, and to bring everything together, entrapment, to pull those sections in. Okay, that's not bad. I know you're waiting for me to get crazy. Okay, disobedient, but I am careful with how I'm starting off the smoke, okay? Because this shadow packs a punch. It's on the drier side, so if you pick up or lay down too much at once, it could look patchy. A little bit here on the lower lash line. Rose Gold 005 already on the inner corner, or inner lid, I should say. Oh, that's pretty. And a little bit of Guilty Pleasure. I'm using my finger because that, in my opinion, with this texture is finicky, because a brush is not going to pick it up enough and lay it down evenly so you could pick up enough of that base color. A Guilty Pleasure is lovely, for sure. Thank you, Casey. Casey made a phenomenal case for Guilty Pleasure, as it is one of her favorite shades. Yeah. And Bronze Blaze, I'll probably just throw on the lower inner part of my lash line. I could go in with a finger application like I did with Guilty Pleasure, or use the Intensifies one. That is something I would recommend to reduce the fallout. But that's not bad. That's shiny. A little bit of the Rose Gold here, so it's on the same level as the Bronze Blaze coming up from underneath. My goodness, there's a lot happening here. Actually, I could go in with Bronze Blaze all the way along the entire lash line. I'm stamping to reduce the fallout. You could also apply the Intensify wand here, or you could go in with your VBB liner first so it could act like as a sticky pad, and that's a good way to kind of tackle the flakiness. But now smoking this out and tapping Extreme Aubergine on the outer V and using a small brush to carve out the shape first, and then nudging it into the crease, but I'm not pulling it all the way through just yet. I want to build the color up first. A little bit here, moving towards the lower lash line, and with my small blender, working that through the crease and smoothing out the edges outside the eye. If you want it, you can tap on a little VR Fire Opal on Guilty Pleasure. See how that immediately introduced more dimension to the look. It changed the color entirely of Guilty Pleasure. You don't have to go this route, but if you wanted to keep it more demure, you could just apply Guilty Pleasure all over the lid. Actually, you don't even have to go or start the look with Disobedient like I did. But you know, I'm feeling adventurous today. I haven't done a liquid wing in a long time. The cat eye needs practice, but I want to build the cat eye first and stamp Blitz Flame on top. I think this one is drying out. Oh my, this one is drying out too. Shame on me. This is your fault. Oh, we got something. This is Suku and it's gray, but I just need something to serve the backdrop for Blitz Flame to hold the color down. All right. Better. I gotta fix this though, because there are a lot of casualties from using a dry liquid pen. Shame on you. Picking up Blitz Flame and now stamping it on top of our wing. This brush actually might be a little too big, but it's a little too big as I approach the very tip of the wing. Not bad. This is Sonia's Flat Definer, which is thinner than the Chikuhodo T12, just to refine the wing tip. Yeah. Uh-huh. Okay, all right, let's apply these lashes and we'll decide on what to wear on the lips. Be right back. All right, as you have already seen, yes, I chose a lipstick shade off camera. Forgive me. I thought Vanngo's Wildest Dream would pair well with our Bronze Seduction eyes because Wildest Dream in my brown lipstick collection has a unique undertone. It almost has like a yellow mustard hue to it, and I think it pairs well with the eyes. I could have went super grungy beige or went super red lip, but I wanted to keep it a little more earthy in terms of the overall outcome, and quickly wanted to swatch the Guerlain lipstick next to the Vanngo one because my apologies, I completely forgot about my beloved Vanngo lipstick in my Guerlain video that you could check out up in the card above. Compared to 15, they're both, well, the Guerlain is more of a dedicated satin. So this is the Guerlain and this is the Vanngo. You see that the Vanngo has a little more, I say mustard, but maybe it's more like a caramel undertone, and there's more of a pronounced overall brown, like a mid-tone brown, but more neutral in the Guerlain. So if you were wondering about the Vanngo in my Guerlain video and you're like, Alicia, you forgot, I'm like, I did. You're absolutely right. And everything's timestamped, so if you wanted to come back to this portion, you could just find Vanngo Guerlain.com. Click and you're there. But not too bad, yeah? Bronze Seduction's pretty. It is. It just takes a little more bandwidth in terms of the finishes, the textures. The mattes need a lot of finessing because these mattes are so intense that if you go in with too much at once and the lid isn't smooth, it can look patchy and uneven. But if you slowly build the color and not apply too much at once, use a fluffy brush that has ample strength to it. You don't want something floppy like a squirrel brush. A nice squirrel brush would be the wrong choice to use with these mattes. Ooh, you would not be happy. I would argue the same for shaders or any type of brush that you are deciding to use with this palette. You need a workhorse brush. Maybe Intensifies wand on standby if you need a little more grip. It's like a glitter glue on a stick, basically. For Bronze Blaze or even Guilty Pleasure. Guilty Pleasure is pretty. I'm happy we went with that all over the lid and followed up with VR Fire Opal. Nice layering as you've seen, and I think you probably have figured out by now that Pat McGrath Mothership palettes are designed for the user to layer different textures together because that's going to present a high level of dimension, not just for the colors to appear flat, the textures to appear flat, but they enhance each other. And once you get a handle of how these textures can layer successfully, possibilities are endless and it makes it quite fun. And I think, yes, that's the appeal specifically behind Bronze Seduction, because the actual VR shades in here, like you have seen during the demo, they're outrageous. The sparkle factor is insane. The reflectivity, it just has this glistening effect on the lid. It's like a wet effect. And especially when you let it settle, the flakes flatten out, they look smoother on the lid. And when you get under a hard light like those in the elevators and you do the Marilyn Monroe bedroom eyes, you'll see the twinkle. You like my wing? I hope I did a good job. Well, that wraps day 5, and hopefully this helped in maybe you just feeling more inspired this holiday season and dipping into Bronze Seduction once again. If it's been missing you and it wants to help you look beautiful, feel glamorous, that means we're headed into day number 6. And you'll find out why when I'm excited. But before you head over to that video, make sure you like this one. By clicking that thumbs up, it helps me immensely in letting the YouTube algorithm know that I'm worth watching and will now continue to watch. It's going to now suggest my video to other Bronze Seduction enthusiasts such as yourself. And consider subscribing because the series is not yet over. You have to watch it from the beginning. I command you. And finish till the end and you'll know when those new uploads drop, especially when you click that notification bell. Friend, if you're returning ever since the early Bronze Seduction days, I appreciate you, but if it's your first time here, please stay peruse some more. Maybe I'll see you in this video here. I'll definitely see you down in the comments for this one, and on here again next time.